African cities, for the longest time, have primarily been designed around the car. Modernist thinking and apartheid spatial planning combined forces, using freeways and road infrastructure to divide our communities by race. Public transport, which moved the black majority population, suffered from years of underinvestment. And a cycling culture, which once existed and thrived in South African cities, was killed by apartheid. But here in Langa, one of South Africa's most historic townships, Mzikona Mgedle, put his idea into action. He wondered why bicycles weren't being used to move people, basic goods and food around his neighborhood. With little support from the city government or business, he started the Langa Bicycle Hub. It's fast changing the minds of residents and politicians alike, and reimagining what Langa could be in the future. The Langa Bicycle Hub plays many roles in the community, upcycling old bicycle parts to make affordable bicycles, offering cycling lessons, and organising a bike bus, where people come together to cycle safely into the city centre of Cape Town. Residents around Langa can also have their groceries and other important goods, like medication, delivered to their home. Who inspired you to take action in your neighbourhood?
I was inspired by my experience at Open Streets Cape Town. That's where everything started. That's where the movement started. That's where the learning started. So I got so much of experience on non-motorized transport, car-free days, to improve mobility.
And I've seen around Langa guys cycling with safety patrol vests. Is that part of Langa Bicycle Hub? Is that another way of keeping people safe?
Yes, we work with our neighborhood watch, Langa Safety Patrol. It's a relationship of care. We know the streets, we patrol the streets. So having those easy formed partnership without being dragged over a paperwork, without being dragged over benefits, but working together, collaborating together, half-half. So that has worked with us, with the patrollers. We service their bikes, they make use of these bikes, they protect our hubs, they show visibility to our hubs, they help us when we host events with safety as well.
Mzikona Mgedle's vision for non-motorized transport in Langa is clear, and in his view, is aligned to the City of Cape Town's goals of promoting cycling. The hub has cemented its place in the network of organizations and small businesses in Langa. He has partnered with Langa's other bicycle businesses and the Langa Safety Patrol. The hub meets the needs of the community and has helped redefine what NMT looks like in spaces such as Langa.
Can tell there are less women, black women cycling in township. I've had friends, even my partner, the first time she was on a bike with me, it was more like a taboo. People were all like, wow, a lady on a bike, that's seen as not normal, but while it should be normal, why not?
If there are other startups or small initiatives across the country, how do they speak to their city governments? Do they start with the ward councillor? How do they do it?
There is no formula in trying to get people to work together. You just have to be positive. Don't burn bridges, that is the mistake. Make sure that you keep nagging, you keep pushing, you keep trying to get those doors open. I would suggest that you start by having at least a concept note. Be clear about your plan and what you are trying to achieve. Have networks, have people that are within the community who works within these government structures or private structures who can be beneficial for your initiative.
Over in Johannesburg, the JICP, together with various stakeholders, have initiated what is known as the Inner City Walkable Network.
Walkable Network is a grid of streets that stakeholders identified, and those streets are places where stakeholders can do joint projects, a variety of projects, small projects, large projects. And the whole purpose of the Walkable Network is to improve those streets for people and for business.
The Walkable Network has been aligned to the city's inner city transport master plan, to the point where the city has adopted the project as their own. The project comprises a series of interventions along streets and public spaces with the major goal of promoting walkability in the inner city.
The champion of the Walkable Network is the city. JICP catalyzed the project. We started it, and we did it with the city and with the private sector and civil society. But it has been adopted by the city as a formal city project, although the JICP is supporting all the way.
Over in the capital, Tshwane, city officials are walking the talk by bringing in local and international organizations like C40 to make a more walkable and cyclable city. Babusile Ramakane in the city's transport office is at the forefront, drawing from her experiences in cities around the world. She shares with us her vision for a pedestrian and cycle-friendly city.
I want to see the city where people walk. They're not afraid to walk. We're working with other internal departments, province, national is also on board in terms of the guidelines. We've created partnership opportunities to work with C40 and CFF. You need to engage, you need to reach out to people, you need to work with people so that even if you implement any facility in terms of non-motorized transport, it doesn't become a white elephant infrastructure.
Today, it looks like a dusty boulevard with tiny pavements, but work is underway on Solomon Mahlangu Drive. It is being upgraded to include pedestrian walkways and cycle lanes. The first phase of the project covers 9 kilometers, from Bronkhorstspruit to Mamelodi. City officials are working hard on the upgrade of Solomon Mahlangu Drive, where the daily commute of pedestrians and cyclists can be harrowing as they negotiate with trucks, buses and taxis. Mzi is the definition of an urban champion for cycling, pushing back against the status quo and norms, and shifting mindsets. If one person with a small team can have such a big impact, imagine the change if we all join hands to make safer walking and cycling a reality for all.